Hi guys, a couple things before I start our last presentation is one, sorry about my shaky camera. My dog's very unruly and she keeps shaking it everywhere and running into my desk. And two, apologies for pronunciation. My mouth has been kind of locked up and I've had work done on my teeth and they really hurt, so if not everything is like subpar, apologies. So let's begin. So, it's our last presentation, and as you all know, I'm Amber, and for this video, I will be discussing with you the Western Interior Seaway. If you don't already know what the Western Interior Seaway is, I will provide an explanation for you in my own words. So, the Seaway was a large, shallow inland sea that covered 19 out of 50 states during the Cretaceous period. This sea split North America in half. The seaway extended from north slopes of Alaska to northern Mexico. How do we know all this, though? The seaway was formed when the Farallon tectonic plate subducted underneath the North American plate during the Cretaceous period. Where the plate converged, the more of the floating lithosphere of the Farallon subducted at a shallow angle. As a product of pulling and creating an elevation differences on the Earth's surface caused the opening known as the Western Interior Seaway. Remains of this can still be found in Kansas, such as Monument Rock, far out in western Kansas, and Oakley. Also, with finding carbonate deposition, geologists can make the assumptions that the seaway was warm and tropical, which was able to support sea life. There was an analysis of biogeographical context of the scattered plains of marine fossils during the Cretaceous period. There are widespread carbonate deposits that suggest the Western Interior Seaway was a warm climate. Scientists analyzed fossil vertebrate from the lower Campanian areas were Anderson River fauna, Preambian fauna, which is in South Dakota, Wyoming area, Niobrara fauna, which is in Kansas, and Moorville fauna, which is in Alabama. The seaway included marine reptiles and the largest animals of the Cretaceous sea and birds. Along the bottom of the seaway, there are giant clams, which were fossilized in the Pierre shell. There were two formations that were once part of the Western Interior Seaway. One of the formations were the Niobrara Formation. This is the formation in North America that developed about 87 to 82 million years ago. This formation has two structural units that can be found around southern Kansas, mostly in the Fort Hays area. Evidence of vertebrate life is common throughout the formation and includes specimens of plesiosaurs and pterosaurs, as well as several primitive aquatic birds. The other formation is the Hell Creek Formation. It is a intensely studied section of the Upper Cretaceous rocks in North America. The Hell Cretaceous Formation is a intensely studied division of Upper Cretaceous to Lower Pleistocene rocks in North America, named for exposures studied along Hell Creek near Jordan, Montana. Areas in mostly northern United States, such as Montana, North Dakota, South Dakota, and Wyoming, are all areas covered in the Hell Creek Formation. Formation is a series of fresh, brackish water clays, mudstones, and sandstone deposited during the Mispronouncing, the last part of the Cretaceous period. The formation of the Western Interior Seaway produced tons of flora and fauna. The teeth and fossils of sharks and other dinosaurs still can be found in creeks. Due to these known facts, animals might be able to tolerate fresh water like animals today. The Western Interior Seaway was a large, shallow inlet that covered 19 out of 50 states. During the Cretaceous period, the sea split North America in half into two parts, the Appalachia and the Larmidia. The seaway extended from northern slopes to Mexico, making it at least 2,000 feet long and 2,500 feet deep. Between the split, there were two places where the water drained into the seaway from east to west. This process dilates the water, and begins to bring in eroded sand and clay, making a delta system that continually shifts. Eventually, the plates continued to uplift shift the Western Interior Seaway into It made it more divided and retreat into the south. After shrinking, the western interior seaway sometimes was called the Pierre Seaway due to its smaller size. Parts of what the seaway has left can still be seen today, such as I mentioned before, Monument Rock in Oakley, Kansas. It's pretty odd, you might think, to learn about Kansas being underwater in most of the landlocked states in the center of the United States. But that's just history for you. And thank you for bearing with me in this video. I know it's undercut with time, but my mouth is killing me and my dog being unruly is just not the greatest. So thanks for watching.